you a little bit of what's going on at this time of the year on the vines, especially Grenache. This is a very critical time because as you can see, we are in the bloom um, stage right now. And if we get any hot temperature or really windy temperature like we been getting the last couple of days, the pollination doesn't pollinate evenly, so we start losing berries. So when you touch it like that, if you don't see any berries in your hand, that means you're fine. But when you start seeing that, see, it's two different stages on the cluster. You have fruit that is barely in flower, and you have fruit that already goes through flower. So these clusters that are when earlier got affected by the weather. So those ones lose berries. But in Grenache, I want that because you want to lose cluster. You want to lose about 10 to 15% ratio on the flowers to get a cluster that gets light and air flow in and ripens evenly. When you get tight clusters, I mean, as the berries start growing, they get tighter and tighter, and there is no room, so it's more susceptible to get, fungus in there. The water gets trapped inside there, and then, it turns into a mess inside there, and you get, mildew, and you get botrytis and all of that.
Right.
So you want loose clusters like this. So I want that. So I'm hoping that, with the weather we're getting, we're gonna get a little bit more of that. That's called shatter, and I want a little bit of shatter on Grenache. So one of the things I'm doing right now on these vines is because this is a lower section, these vines get really bushy, and there's not enough light in the middle because these are head trained. So in a younger head trained vine, everything is compacted together. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling some of the leaves and the laterals in the middle on the morning side of the vine. I'm not pulling nothing on the afternoon side because the heat of the day is gonna be, the sun is gonna be somewhere over here. I don't want the fruit to be damaged, to be sunburned. So to open it up, you open it on the morning side, and it doesn't need much. Just a tiny little bit in the center, and you can see it creates a space. Now the light and the airflow lost in there. So now by doing that, you're creating a space in between to prevent getting fungus in there. Like the most prominent around here is the powdery mildew. And one of the keys that I always said, and I'm gonna keep repeating it, the key for farming organic and sustainable is preventing things from happening. Because if you allowed something to establish like powdery mildew, every year you're gonna get it back. So by preventing from it to establish is the way you're gonna keep it out of the vineyard. So that's what we're trying to do here. And we about, I'll say 70% through flowering. So everything on the higher section, higher elevation, is already through flowers. So we are at the fruit set stage. Down here, the more lower blocks, we about 60% through the bloom. So yeah,
Cool.
just excited.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good. I mean, I think the way the weather is being is very favorable to a year to produce a really concentrated and because I love when the weather gives you just a little bit of heat and then it cools down. It's just that heat spike just kind of pushes the growth, and then it comes down on the temperature, and then the vine relax, and then another push, and then relax again. That's the perfect year to have. I think this year we expect to have one of the best years of grapes. The way it's going, I think really high quality wines are going to come out of here. So
That's cool.
yeah,
Yay!
love it.
Thank you, Aron.
Thank you.